Well, hello again. Now remember, if you want to know what's coming up next, ring that little bell icon and subscribe, please. Thank you. Right, the first face in my Famous Faces series is going to be Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Okay, now it's going to be a caricature, but not too exaggerated, a fairly simple caricature which keeps the essence of the character. Okay, now first of all, what I want you to look at is the shape of the head, and you can see he's got quite an egg-shaped head here. So I shall start with a kind of pointed top of the egg shape up here, like that, coming back down. And we'll broaden it out at the bottom because the base is quite heavy here, as you can see. Quite a large base to the head shape. Okay, and the ears, small ears come in there. Now also you can see the eyes are fairly high up the shape of the head. So the eyes would come up here. And it's a fairly long nose, which would come down and kind of spread out. There's a kind of almost a like triangular shape to the nose coming out there, and the mouth, right, full lips, come down to about there, with the lips coming up about there. So there's roughly where the features are. Now let's have a look at the eyes. I would say the eyes are slightly close together, and they have this kind of look here, almost kind of half closed. There's a curve there, and then a curve there. Maybe a flat bit, you know, kind of slightly flat across the bottom there, like that. And it looks as if he's kind of looking up to underneath his eyelids, which come in quite heavy eyelids. Put the eyelids in like that. And then, of course, he has the furrowed brows, these great big lines coming up here. Now, can you exaggerate those and exaggerate the kind of pull down of the eyebrows there? Right, and also he has lines coming in underneath his eyes there. Okay, and then, as I said, exaggerate the length of the nose, and it's kind of, I would broaden it out towards the tip here. There's the tip, and quite flared nostrils. You can exaggerate the size of them like that. Okay, all right, and then the little cleft in the upper lip there, and then the middle of the lip coming in about there, and the top lip curving down, and the middle going up into the centre slightly like that. So there's a kind of shaded gap there, and the bottom lip coming down fairly quickly like that on the other side, and then straight across the bottom like that. Okay, and then he has that shape of his chin, great big square chin coming away down there, and kind of lines coming down the side like that, coming up, and from the side here you'll get the cheekbones. So coming out, quite bulging cheekbones there, and coming out, and then round to the squareness of the chin at the bottom there. Now the cheekbone here, the curve, and coming out. Alright, and then of course you get the very powerful broad shape of the neck, and then the ears come in about there, say, quite small ears really. So there is the kind of rough pencil shape of the caricature of Dwayne Johnson. Alright, and now I'm going to shade in some of the parts of the face. For instance, underneath the eyebrows here, we can, by the way, I'm using a 4B pencil. It allows me to put some quite dark shading in there, you know, and also some light shading as well, just by taking the weight off the pencil. So it's quite dark in there, and also comes down a wee line just in, he can exaggerate that slightly. And then the line of the top of his eyelid there, quite heavy. Alright, and then the bottom, which is fairly straight and curved up there, and then you'll get a heavier line there, and a bit of a line coming in. Maybe put a bit of shading in here. Now before I shade in the actual pupils themselves, I want to talk about that. Hold on, so there's the top of that one. And exaggerate this curve here. bit more shading in here. Okay, got that kind of frowning look. And a bit more heavy shading there, and then lighter along the bottom. And then you have this curve under the eye there. Now the pupils themselves, usually we put a highlight in, but here I noticed that it doesn't seem to be much of a highlight, which actually adds to the kind of implacable look that he's got. So I'm just going to shade that in black with no highlights at all. Okay, that gives quite a staring look. Very good, that, I like that. Okay, now I can down the side of the nose here. Again, not too heavy, not too heavy. Underneath, slightly pointed there, and then quite flaring nostrils. You know, again, you can exaggerate the shape there and size, and then down a wee bit darkest underneath that part of the nostril there. Okay, and then a little bit of shading around the curve of the mouth here, and just above the lip, a little bit of shading in there. See that how it's dark down that side there? Just a tiny bit of shading in there, and we'll put it in the actual shape of the mouth. And a curve there, and then it goes up slightly in the centre, and down there with a slight, got a bit of shading there, and then the bottom of the lip, the straight line comes down, then a bit of shading in here below the bottom lip. I'm just going to add a bit of shading at the top lip here, like that. Okay, and a bit there, and then a bit of shading around the chin itself, this massive great square chin that he has. Okay. And then a bit of line. It would normally come down from the side of the nose. You don't see that part. It just appears about there, with another crease there, and one there like that. Okay, so there's his massive chin coming in up the side, and then you can add a bit of a, see how there's a bit of highlight in there with the curve of the cheekbone coming in here. You can accentuate that, leave that bit light there, and bring the curve of the cheekbone in here and down the side of his face. That accentuates that powerful kind of look he's got there, and the cheekbone down there too. Down to there like that. And you have a line up here, I think, around the top. Okay. And a bit of shading in the ear there. Down like that. And then of course the massive neck. And you get a bit of shading under there just to pick out the chin a bit. And come down to there. Like that. Okay, so what you're doing is you're picking out the parts which make the character what he is, you know. The smallish eyes, the black pupils, the slightly broadened nose, the full mouth, the broad chin, the cheekbones, the high cheekbones, you know, the curve of the top of the head, a bit more in there like that. There we are, more of the egg shape. Okay, any more curve down there, and a bit more, maybe a little bit, see wee bits in here, which add to the kind of frowning look, like that. Excellent. Well, there's a pencil sketch, a caricature pencil sketch of Dwayne Johnson, and I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you can join me in my next one, which will be coming along fairly soon. Okay, but in the meantime, all the best and happy drawing.